Hello, welcome to your 2018 PosiTouch Tour. Right here is the first user screen you'll see. Right here in this white box is the terminal that you're on, and once you'll see right here is the username you're using. Just keep in mind, terminals will show differences of what's overridden in forced seats between bartenders and servers, and user permissions with the bar versus server is just the access of discounts they have. There is nothing essentially different otherwise. Right here is your user screen. Out of stock specials, we'll have anything 86. We're on a regular terminal. I'm going to go ahead and use a server number. It'll prompt you for a table right over here. Be very careful with putting the right tables, and you can see some other features here. We'll go over that here shortly. Your cash out, your reproduced check, gift card inquiries. A start tab function is for your bartenders where you can actually start a tab with a credit card name. We're going to head and put a table in. And now it's going to ask for how many in the party. Do keep in mind to keep this pretty accurate. It does eschew your reporting. So we're going to have 3 guests here. Now here is your menu screen. On your scroll bar, well, this is how it would flow. So as you can see, this is a server. It opens up right to beverage, and for bartenders, it will open up to a speed bar. We'll go ahead and put some beverages in. And we'll go ahead and put some appetizers in. Right off the bat here, it's going to force a seat number. And I just want to point this out. This is your general mod screen. C server is also known as special prep. It is a type function where you can put a type in there. Also, you'll have your allergies that pop up to different allergies. Split and share will just define who you want to split and share with, as well as these 6 buttons down here were determined to be the most general, most common, most needed mods. So we went ahead and left them there. As you see these lighter colors here, no, add, sub, extra, and on-side do open up to a selection of items. These items right here are pretty much generalized items. They open up to the specific, for example, all the vegetables. And you'll see that they do differ in styles of what's in the categories. As you can see, add has a lot more money related things, and you'll notice that this color, green, is probably the most important color we have. It just means something's charged on there. For example, I went ahead and did a avocado 250. It'll show it to you right here. It does not print it on the check for the guest. So this is your general food mods, and anything behind it would essentially be speed mods for your certain areas of things. I'm going to go ahead and order a sandwich, and you'll see it actually opens up to must select prompts. Here is a fruit, and as you see, here are your general mods and the speed mods that come along. We were thinking in keystrokes, so instead of having to dive in to no vegetable lettuce, we have no lettuce right here. So as you can see, there are ways to get into pretty much everything, and then the buttons that follow are just speed buttons to kind of minimize those lines in the kitchen. And this is what I was saying about that scroll bar. If you press the bottom, it would actually keep on scrolling down for you based on how your menu screens are set up. And we'll go ahead and do a steaks and chops. Here's the fillet. And it'll take you to sauces, your sides, and then again your general mods. So if you have any questions on that, it's pretty much to find everything you need are in these mods, and then if we can't find it, it'll be a C server selection if it's a complicated modification. Now that I have a bunch of items, nothing has been sent. We're going to go ahead and explore the bottom buttons here. As you see, I did not have a seat number on filet mignon. I would like to add one. I would just press the seat button. If I wanted to add it on this fish sandwich, I would press mod and seat, and it'll give me the selection. Now the seat feature is a forced selection. It will be very helpful to do separate checks in this regard, so I do like how it forces it nearly half the time. Just a couple of items aren't asking for seats, so you'll keep kind of playing around with that. And this menu button right here just brings you back to the menu. Delete will delete the last thing you've entered, or you have to select it, and it will delete. And then mods are just if you wanted to have the mod reappear, you just press mod there. We'll go over your view edit screen here, but then if you have a repeat function, if you had a item that had a lot of mods, you can actually repeat it and it will do everything with the mods included. Here's your reopen function. You can actually reopen a check after send and staying it and going into another table that is yours to enter more items in. Consolidate is if you rang in 25 Jamesons, it would take 25 Jameson lines there, and if you press consolidate, it'll ping everything together and write 25 Jamesons in one line. And here's your send and stay feature there. Again, this is more for concept versus content, so as you can see, they are different in variances of what's included. I also want to show you your liquor mod list. With your vodkas, you can see we're leading with the spirit, and it opens up to this liquor mod list. This feature right here is easy for teams and service and managers to be able to run your dupes, and they know exactly what's in there. You'll notice some colors right there will show a charge, and we also have some style selections right here. These selections are pretty much led again by spirit, and here are the styles that open up to that. So this is your general liquor mod list. As I was saying before, when we go into our lunches, let's go ahead and do a pasta. You have your general mods again and your quick speed list. Now that I have sent nothing, what I want to do is control what I'm sending. I'll go to view edit. Here's some really good functions here. I want to go ahead and select specifically the mussels with an asterisk there, and just the fillet with an asterisk there. In this feature, if I sent order, it would exit me out, assuming that I specifically only wanted to send in those specific items. You'll also see send time feature there. It'll just show it when you send. And here is your separate check feature. As of right now, nothing's on separate checks, but once I press this button here, it will ping it to all the separate checks that I had it with on seat 1s and seat 2s. I can also select the item and press the header and have it be moved over to the guest. A split item here, if a guest wanted to share an appetizer and split it, you can split the item. However, once you split the item, it cannot be put back together. You will see a wings, for example, wings 1 out of 2, and then a wings 2 out of 2. Now that I have split this, I'm going to head and press return. And you also see some other features here. You can delete all for everything that has not been sent and you just had it there. You can delete them. We're not using this select course feature, and for bartenders you'll see a discount button here where you can add promos. We're going to head and return our order here, and then I'm going to go ahead and send everything. As you can see, it changed the color on there to blue. And when you can go to view edit, you can see that these are all S's as being sent. Earlier you saw X's. That just means you've rang in something and you deleted it. It just shows an action history. So also keep in mind you have your check number here and your table number here. We're going to go ahead and return. Now that I've sent everything, I want to escape, and now we're back to that user feature. I'm going to head and show you what's on our reopen features here. Again, here's a quick take payment. It would actually show you all the checks that are ready to go to take payment. That is a quick feature there. Otherwise, here is our reopen feature. This review button actually is what puts this box right here, so you're able to actually open these checks up and see what's going on in them. Keypad is for a search by check number. Checklist is this box. As you can see, the colors here are quite different. Blue means you've sent everything and the check has been printed. Green means you sent everything and it has not been printed. However, when it's green, you are locking that table to yourself and nobody can use it. And yellow just means that there are still items on that check that still needs to be sent. And you'll see some letters behind here. That just means how many times you've reprinted it. If I press reprint here, it will just turn to a B. And you can see we actually split that check 4 different ways there. This is that number of how many times it was split, and then you can see they share the same table number and the check number, so that's how you can determine what is your split check tables. You can also combine your separate checks again. You can see that feature here. You can also do a separate check feature edit there, and you can see here are some quick speed buttons to get to those screens as well. We're going to go ahead and do a payment for you here. Finish up the payment here. Going to head and go pay this one. Now this is your credit card authorization screen. I'm going to go ahead and show you what the true payment screen will look like. And I'm going to go ahead and check this check right here. I'm going to go ahead and show reopen, view edit. Now this print and pay feature, now this, it will print nearly every time an action is made on there just to have the most updated checks, but here is your common payment screen. I could press cash and it pulls up right there. If I did not want to put cash, I can do delete. This also will send you back to the view edit screen, and then another discount feature there. This memo could be used for the managers to see. And then here is your credit card authorization button. I'm going to go ahead and press that. Now here it is. Now you'll see your Ingenico just says please slide card. When I press EMV, and this is how you wake up that Ingenico system, you have to press enter to get this red box. Now this red box is sending the request to now insert chip swipe. And you also see some features here. This is how many times you can split a card evenly. Now I have a chip card. I'm going to go ahead and chip my card in there. It's going to create that right there for you. Now you're not doing anything. It will go ahead and print everything it needs to print. And you'll see that it autofills. You'll also see it right here at the top as the MasterCard Visa charge amount. If you were doing a penny start, you'll see it, your information right here. You would select it and repeat it. It would autofill the subtotal, and you could press enter and it will send the request to charge the card that is essentially on file. We're going to go ahead and go back. Now, it did not go through because we are in testing phase, but my MasterCard Visa would sit right there, and this big red button right here would be the way to close a check. So I'm going to go ahead and do cash because we are in testing here, and this is how you would close out a check. Otherwise, for bartenders, it would just say open drawer, and this big red button would be to close a check. And it will print a closed check for you. Now for discounts, you'll see it actually in the under your subtotal line so that guests could see the discounts applied, and that is how you do it. Thank you all for watching. As you can see, there is still lots of great things happening, and we're going to make it better each and every day.